So hey guys, Rani and I are filming like how we edit our Instagram photos today, and I'm gonna go first. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with VSCO Cam. This is the one that I use the most. So for example, I'm gonna say that one. And then there's like a whole range of filters on here, but I don't know, I'm pretty like varied with what I choose, but my favorites are those two, HB1 and HB2. You can change your exposure, and then you can change contrast and stuff like that. So once I'm happy with it, I like save it, obviously, and to actual size. We recently discovered this app, but it's called Snapseed. We're still figuring out how to use it. But one thing that is pretty cool about it is the film one. You can make it look like it's film. You can decide how like grainy it should be. Okay, that's done. Another one that I use is Facetune. Oh, pasta. The reason why my pasta photo is open is because you can like whiten things. If I wanted my plate to look wider, for example, you could just do that. But one example is my hair in this photo here. If you zoom in far enough, there's like a gap in my hair. So like if on this app you can like patch it. Not that bad, but like I would still notice it in a photo. So like if you wanted to patch that up, you could just like, and like it looks kind of dodgy right now, but then you can go in with like the smoothing tool and then fix it up to make it look a little more realistic. So after that, I'd just go in and like go over that, and then see, no gap in the hair. And then you can also like whiten like issues. I'm pretty boring with what I do, but with my Instagram, I don't really follow a theme, but I mean, I just try and keep everything looking nice. I mean, like I try to keep it basic, but yeah, that's it.
Okay, so now it's Rani here, and I'm going to show you how to edit mine. I use a combination of all these apps, but mainly I use VSCO, like Emily. So I'm going to show you a photo of the supermoon the other night. I already posted this on my Instagram, but it looks quite different. As you can see, this is a really bad photo. So what I would do to edit this to make it look good is crop it in. I'm going to crop it square for Instagram, like that. Then I'm going to change the light so that it's darker, contrast up. I might change how the clarity is so that you can see more of it. I'd sharpen it so that you can see more detail all the way. Usually I wouldn't do that because if it's a selfie or something, it'll show every little blemish or fault, but for this, it's something I'm looking for. The shadows, so you can see more of that cloud. And then that's about it. I made it black and white, so this one, and turned it down. And now you can see that that's completely different from what we started with. And another example is this one. So my favorite filters are C1 and F2, the first two. I used to have a whole bunch more, but then I got a new phone and it restored all of them, which is really sad. And my only tip is turn it down a little bit to about halfway, because it just looks over filtered if you keep it up all the way. But if you like that look, that's okay. I just personally would change it. This one, I have the biggest pet peeve for when people don't straighten their photos, so I just make sure it was straight and then save it like that. And then the other app I've really liked using on my Instagram feed is Boomerang. What it is it's just short movements where it just loops over and over, sort of like a GIF. So here's an example of one we made last night. I just really like it. When I go onto Instagram, I would then edit the colouring, and I would just, if I'm using this, I'd usually use Claritin because it just makes the colours so much brighter. Once again, I'd turn it down to about halfway, and then I'd make sure that the cover photo is something that I like. I'm going to show you my Instagram feed now. I have absolutely no theme whatsoever. It's a lot of me, a lot of my photography, all just mixed in. The only thing I like is having high quality photos, so I prefer to use a proper camera, not so much for iPhone, or if it's iPhone, I'll turn up the clarity on VSCO. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed.